Hello from Monaco RC. Today I'm here to talk about the Diff Check. The Diff Check came to solve one of the biggest problems on the RC, our diffs. In the past I had so many issues with my diff because I didn't know when it's time to change it, because you couldn't really feel with the hands, or just maybe I made it too full and then it blocked. But I couldn't really feel it or have something to tell me I'm doing something wrong. This came completely to change the game and make me sure that I'm doing the perfect work. Like when I build a 5000 and I measure it and it's like 160, then I build a 6000, it must be 170, otherwise something is wrong. Or maybe you don't make it too full, or you go on the track and you can see how soft your diff is coming out of the track. So it can give you all parameters and you can actually read your diff and what your needs for the future. Also in the beginning this was developed only for the diffs, but in those days the people use it for many things. Like now I'm also using this to set my brakes on my 1.8 off-road car. Like the front brake and the rear brake completely different, you know, a little bit harder in the front than rear, and I set the parameters and I know already how much I have in the front and how much I have in the rear, so I have all the time my data the same. So I have all the time the same brake in front and same brake in the rear, instead of being there just checking by hand, and for sure in the end I will make a mistake. To use a Diff Check is pretty easy. First, warm it up for like 10 seconds. After, put your diff, I'm gonna use this one that is 6000. Put your diff in and just check the number. As you see, it's between 148 and 150. So this is my number for the 6000. So it means that if I build a 7000, my numbers must be a little bit higher. And if I build a 5000, my numbers must be lower. So all the time that I rebuild this diff, the numbers must be these ones. So if now I run with it, and I run like for 2 days, after if my numbers are like 140, it means I need to rebuild my diff. That's why this is pretty nice, because you can actually know when it's time to change your oil. Also, the Diff Check has many adapters. You can actually change directly on your wheel without removing your diff how hard is your diff in that moment, immediately after the run or whenever you want.